What's up, guys? Welcome back for another Devpro duel video, the first match again, here in Group B. So we have Chaos, so Yata lock from back in 2004, one of the first Tier 0, I can say Tier 0 decks in this game's history, is paired up against Dragon Rulers, the more Mythic Rulers variant of the deck. So again, let's take a look at the deck list. The first deck list is of course Chaos.dek, the Yata lock, the Yata deck. With pretty much, it's a banned list, pretty much a banned list. All those banned cards: Harpies, Feather Duster, Heavy Storm, the Forceful Sentry, Delinquent Duo, Pot of Greed, Painful Choice, all of those powerful, nostalgic spells and traps, Imperial Order, and so on. The second deck list here is Mythic Rulers, basically Soul Charge.dek. Mythic Rulers was, I believe it was last year, back in 2014, possibly, one of the best decks in the format, because it was super fast. But with the ban list and the loss of Soul Charge is of course at 1. The deck lost a lot of playability, and also with the new rule of opening with 5 cards, that's definitely a disadvantage of this Mythic Ruler variant, because of all of those draw cards, those 2-card combinations with trade-in, Blue Eyes, having one less card at your disposal in the first turn of the duel, it's definitely not good for a Mythic Ruler player. So which deck has the advantage? I think Chaos has the advantage, because of all of those power cards, like for example the Delinquent Duo, Confiscation, the Forceful Sentry. Those cards can again get information about the opponent's hand, or again let him discard his cards. And as I said in the beginning of the video, the Dragon deck is heavily relying on those 2-card combinations with trade-in, with cards of consonants, discarding that tuner or Blue Eyes or whatever, you get the engine going. So it's definitely, I think Chaos do have the advantage. And let's not forget Imperial Order. If the Chaos deck is able to draw into it, Imperial Order kinda stuns, floodgates the whole Dragon Ruler, Mythic Ruler engine with all of those draw cards, and especially stops Soul Charge. So it's going to be, or it definitely has a chance to be the MVP of the game, the MVP of the match. So yeah, let's hop into the first game. Alright, so the first duel, this was definitely one of the best matches I've had. So I open up with Graceful Charity, discard the Demok, I believe, not really sure, and again, Confiscation, rip that Curly Bandit off my opponent's hand. I see the 3 spells, I'm like, alright, I have this in the bag. Flip over the Imperial Order. I think he also drew a trade-in or a Cards of Consonance during his turn, but Imperial Order, floodgate of that format. So flip it over, pretty much, stun his spells, and on top of that, I also have the Kaiku, banish all of his monsters in the grave, and on top of that, he cannot banish Dragon-type monsters from his grave. So it's a pretty much game over. I flip over Call, flip special summon the Demok, pre-Errata, so I can get back, I think, was it Graceful? No, it was Confiscation. Yeah, there's no there's no way I can, or at least there's no way I'm not going to pay for Imperial Order, since I know it's pretty much locking my opponent out of the duel, not let him play Yu-Gi-Oh! Since nowadays that's pretty much the way you have to play the game, with all of those floodgates, not let your opponent play Yu-Gi-Oh! Seems fun, right? He gets a start, immediately gets his engine going with all those 2-card combinations with the draw cards, and of course eventually you'll end up drawing into the Soul Charge. He goes for Silver Dragon, also has a title, the Card Trooper, but it's not going to get it. And I do have the Delinquent Duo followed up with Confiscation. But that loss in life points definitely is going to hurt. And on top of that, I have to ring his Silver Dragon. Again, I don't want to let him reborn one of his Blue Eyes, but I knew his hand. I knew it was pretty much game over. That loss of those 2k life points definitely hurt. And here also activating the Harpy's Feather Duster last turn didn't seem making much sense. But yeah, I knew I still have a game 3 and I was able to start. And I opened up very good. Mirage of Nightmare, very broken, overpowered cards. And I think I also have an MST set, so I can just MST it and keep my 4 cards in my hand. He again goes to the Silver Dragon because of the Soul Charge, but yeah, here again I'm going to MST my Mirage of Nightmare, so I don't have to discard those 4 cards. I blow him back with Harpy's Feather Duster. He makes a good move, sends the monster, I think it was a Sangan, to the top of my deck. I have to Premature Burial on my DD Royal Lady, get rid of his Silver Dragon, and I think I said the Magician of Fate, but again I'm able to draw into Imperial Order, so no brainer here. Immediately flip over the Imperial Order, and again, pretty much lock him out of the duel, pretty much, yeah, prevent him from activating his win condition, which is of course a Soul Charge, and that's also one of the reasons why Imperial Order is so good. You can just turn it off, not pay the, I think it's 800 life points, right? And that's just so overpowered. That's definitely broken, I can say. So here, with the painful choice, I can just say to my opponent here, pick your poison, pick Snatch, Kill, Change of Heart, BLS, Ring of Destruction. It didn't matter which card he picked, I always would have had the game. So that just shows the flexibility of painful choice. It's not only good to set up the grave with Sinister Serpent, with Demok, with Shinzo, but also, yeah, your opponent has to pick one card. You can just pick 5 broken cards, and your opponent has to pick one of those. So very cool games, and as expected, Chaos Yata win this one 2-1. Close, but I think it's definitely deserved for Chaos. So yeah, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.